Imagine living in a game and the only thing you can do is to survive in a world where society and humanity collapsed. A world infested with cannibalistic fungi creatures. Any idea what kind of game I'm referring to? Today I'd like to introduce to you one of the most influential video games ever made, called The Last of Us. For someone who is not particularly a huge gamer, like me, this game definitely gained my attention. The Last of Us is an action-adventure game franchise that changed the trajectory of games with its narrative. It was first released in 2013 for PlayStation 3 by game developer Naughty Dog. The gameplay blends stealth, exploration, crafting, and intense combat. Players must manage scarce resources, making every choice matter. You must be thinking, you just have to shoot zombies and that's it. Well, yes, kind of, but the game forces you to slow down, think, and survive, not just win. This game is played from a third-person perspective, mostly controlling and switching between the two main characters of the game, Joel, a smuggler, and Ellie, a teenage girl escorted by Joel. The third-person perspective in The Last of Us mirrors how we typically watch films, through the eyes of an unseen observer. Audiences are used to viewing events from a detached third-person viewpoint, as if looking through an invisible fourth wall. What really sets it apart was its seamless integration of gameplay and storytelling. You're not just playing the game. It doesn't just cut away to tell you how a game character feels. You feel it as you play. From the moment players start the game invites players into a world that feels real but operates under its own rules, which is to survive. Game theorists call this as the magic circle, which is an invisible boundary that separates the game world from the real world. Inside the space of The Last of Us, players don't become themselves. They become the game characters, like Joel or Ellie. While the body is on the couch or on the bed, the mind is deeply immersed in the story where every decision, every moment of silence, and every threat feels personal. Players engage in a spatial mastery across all types of game environments, whether the settings are abstract constructs or closely resemble real-world locations. Beyond the game, The Last of Us has resonated with a lot of global fans. Its characters and emotional depth in particular is what connected with the players, even casual gamers or even those who'd never played the game before. It even became one of Sony's most prized franchises and won hundreds of awards. Recently, in 2023, the game was adapted into a TV series for HBO. The show stars Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey, which contributed to the show and game's success.
At the end of the day, there are people out there that will never pick up a controller and they will never experience the story. And I think our story is special enough to bring it to them.
From a business standpoint, The Last of Us was a blockbuster. Sony published the game exclusively for PlayStation, and it became one of the top-selling titles on PS3, and later was re-released on PS4 and PS5 as remasters and a full remake. This helped to reinforce the single-player, story-driven game as a commercially viable model in an era where many games were chasing online multiplayer and microtransactions. Over a decade since its release, The Last of Us is still talked about today. Even if you don't play games, this one might change how you see them, as it did to me. That's all from me today. I hope you enjoyed the video and learned something new. Thank you!